If I'm advising Joe Biden, the first thing I'd say is, Joe, knock out the war on oil and gas and fossil fuels and coal, and also start adding in some healthy investment in nuclear, which is a long-term sustainable clean energy. We have to remember that the world's been lifted out of poverty in the last 150, 200 years because of at least 150 years because of the oil and gas revolution. Even the internal combustion engine has made the world a vastly more wealthy place. And of course, developing economies also depend on it. And so when we say we're going to go to wind and solar, we're basically saying, let's invest in 12th century technology. That's not a good way to go. So you deal with the energy issue first, and also that helps us with our national security, because then we become energy independent. One of the byproducts of wind and solar is most of the equipment that provides wind and solar energy comes from China. And so it's we can get into a long discussion about that. I think that the next thing you need to talk about is our money, and I sound like an old time Republican, but even Republicans have lost the mantra. We need to stop spending insane amounts of money. It's a massive misallocation of capital. Government does not know where to invest. And worse, a lot of it's going to subsidize wealthy investors. If you look at one of the big bills, there's almost $1 trillion in subsidies that go to wealthy investors for climate infrastructure. And they want to do things like build massive power lines from solar fields, wind fields out in the middle of nowhere to get it down to Los Angeles. Well, that's hundreds of billions of dollars that need not be spent if we relied on oil and gas.